Personal finance debt removal is an important step for anyone looking to improve their financial situation. It can be a daunting task, but with the right strategies and resources, it can be done in a way that minimizes stress and maximizes savings. Debt removal strategies include budgeting, debt consolidation, credit counseling, and more. Understanding the various options available is key to making an informed decision about which one is right for you. With the right approach, you can make progress towards eliminating your debt and improving your financial health. Hi, and welcome to Distinguished Finance, a channel devoted to educating viewers on personal finance, investment, and financial news across the world. Feel free to hit the like button if this video was useful and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in understanding money and improving your financial future. Debt can feel like running on a treadmill 24/7, as anyone who has ever experienced it can attest. It can feel like you've made no progress when you pay a small amount towards this loan and a small amount towards that credit card each month. But it doesn't have to be that way, not if you have a plan in place for paying off your debt. A realistic strategy that you can adhere to without losing motivation. If you follow the plan, you'll soon be making progress towards paying off your debt. Let's concentrate on a few common types of debt that many of us have had at some point in our lives for this discussion and explore two methods that can be utilized for debt reduction and elimination. While there are various approaches to deal with debt, we'll focus on two schools of thought in particular. The first approach is frequently referred to as the snowball method. This method can best be described as settling your obligations according to balance, the lowest first. Another strategy is to pay off your loans in the order of highest to lowest interest rates, commonly referred to as the high rate method. So how do we implement these strategies? Let's start with the snowball method. Make a note of all of your credit card balances, starting with the lowest and working your way up. Give the card with the higher interest rate priority if two balances are similar. Make the minimum payment required for each of your debts when you pay your monthly bills, then apply whatever extra funds you have to the debt with the lowest balance. Repeat this each month until your smallest loan is paid off. After you pay it off, refrain from using that account once more until your debt is settled. The goal is to cease adding to your debt. Whether you do this by closing the account or hiding the card to avoid temptation is your choice. The next step is to take the money you would be paying toward that debt you have now just paid out and apply it to the next smallest balance on your list, and as you continue moving down your list, the amount you're able to pay to each balance continues to increase, creating a snowball effect. You may be surprised how quickly this can happen. Now let's talk about the high rate method. Make a list of all of your debts once more, but this time organize them by interest rate, starting with the one with the highest interest. By employing this strategy, you would first pay the minimum amount owed on all accounts, then concentrate on sending as much money as you could to the account with the greatest interest rate. Continue to do it until it pays off. Concentrate on the card with the next highest rate on your list after your balance is zero, and so on. What method is right for you? Either of these strategies can help you get out of debt, and while each has its proponents, it's ultimately up to you to choose the one that works best for you. Each time you pay off an account, you'll feel a boost, according to the snowball method's proponents, and those little wins will keep you motivated to finish the job. In fact, according to a study in the Journal of Marketing Research, canceling accounts after they are paid off, regardless of their size, is a strong indicator of whether you would eventually be able to get out of debt in the long run. It also affirms to yourself that you now have a new way of thinking about how you save and spend your hard-earned money. Conversely, proponents of the high-rate method will argue that by paying off your loans with higher interest rates first, you will ultimately save much more money and pay off your debts more quickly. It's up to you to decide what's good for you, but if you want to pay off your debts as cheaply as possible, using the high-rate strategy is usually a better choice because you'll pay off your most expensive debts first and end up spending less money overall. However, if you're the kind of person who struggles to keep to a plan or needs continual encouragement, the snowball approach might be a better fit for you. If you are finding this video helpful, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more distinguished finance videos. Increasing the amount of money put towards your debt can help you pay off your debt faster and reduce the amount of interest you have to pay. It's important to understand how much money you can afford to put towards your debt each month and how much it will save you in the long run. Increasing the total amount of money that is put towards your debt can be difficult, but is possible when you implement a realistic strategy which includes budgeting, such as lowering expenses where possible and removing unnecessary spending. Finding sources of additional income, such as a side hustle. Let's use an example to help illustrate the strategy of debt reduction and elimination using the snowball method. In summary, we will need to perform the following steps. Step 1. Create a list of your debts from smallest to largest in value. Step 2. Make minimum payments on all your debts except for the smallest debt. Step 3. Pay as much as possible towards your smallest debt. Step 4. Repeat the above steps until each debt is paid in full. In our example, let's say Brad has 4 different debts. $750 medical bill with minimum repayments of $60 per month. $2,000 credit card debt with minimum repayments of $80 per month. $8,000 car loan with minimum repayments of $150 per month. $30,000 student loan with minimum repayments of $100 per month. Let's say that Brad was able to budget and reduce wasteful spending on a few non-essential items each month and determined he could then contribute an additional $200 per month towards his debt repayments. Implementing the debt snowball method, Brad would make all of his minimum repayments for his 4 debts listed above and make an extra payment towards the medical bill as seen in the table. As illustrated, Brad was able to pay off his lowest value debt in 3 months and can now continue to implement the snowball method by increasing the payment amount towards the next smallest debt, his credit card. The benefit of knocking his medical bill debt over is that Brad can now use the $60 that would have otherwise been put towards the medical bill for the credit card debt. And he can also continue to make extra repayments using the additional $200 he budgeted. Instead of making the minimum $80 repayment, Brad is now making a total repayment of $340 towards his credit card debt due to the advantage of the snowball method. Within approximately 9 to 10 months, he will have paid off his credit card debt and started to make a dent in his car loan. With the credit card debt gone, Brad can now continue the snowball method and make his minimum repayments of $150 plus extra repayments of $340, totaling a combined car loan repayment of $490 per month. Within 12 months of starting the snowball method, Brad paid over $7,000 towards his debts and in that time removed 2 debts, medical bill and credit card debt, from his list. Within 24 months of starting the snowball method, Brad will have paid off his car loan and made over $14,000 worth of repayments on all of his current and previous debts. Within approximately 69 months, just over 5.5 years, he will have paid off his student loan and finalized all of his debts worth a combined $40,750. In comparison, if Brad were to make the minimum repayments, it would take him approximately 1 year to pay off his medical bill debt, 2 years to pay off his credit card debt, 4.5 years to pay off his car loan and 25 years to pay off his student loan. A powerful message can be gleaned from this example. The greater the value of the debt, the more time it takes to repay. Consider this prior to big purchases and weigh up the necessity of the expense against your commitment to repay it. As illustrated, the power of snowballing debt is very powerful and can be motivating to see your debt reducing rapidly with the extra repayments. It is important to note that the more money you put into repaying a debt, the faster the snowball method will be and the faster the heavy weight of financial debt will be lifted from your shoulders. There are some situations where you might not want to go it alone, so keep that in mind as well. Consider a scenario in which you find it difficult to make ends meet or are unable to make the minimal payment. If that describes your circumstance, speaking with a licensed financial professional can be beneficial. It's crucial that you look for one who is affiliated with the National Foundation for Credit Counseling and works for a nonprofit consumer credit counseling organization that has been accredited. Whatever you decide to do, the most important thing is that you've made the decision to get yourself out of debt in the first place. With a little willpower, commitment, and planning, you can get out of debt permanently, which is an achievement that is truly priceless. The debt snowball method can be hard work and will require the willpower and consistency to stay with it. Remember that you have a goal in mind. The goal is to not be shackled by debt and to be free of debt's burden. Stay motivated, and once you have achieved your goal of being debt-free, you will have a greater appreciation for the dedication, sacrifice and resilience you maintain throughout your experience. These are great traits you can keep and utilize in other areas of your life. You can do it. Make this your year. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more distinguished finance videos.